Artie, hey, it's Jack Daniels, man. How you doing, man? Well, hey, it was nice seeing you a couple weeks ago. You seemed to walk right past me at Ross's wedding, but I seen you look over at me a couple times. I saw you. You can't deny that. Well, let me tell you something, Tubby. I'll be at the Webster Theater this Saturday in Hartford, right where I always am, right next to Levy's vodka bottle. Listen, Lang, we tried this your way, but it ain't working, is it? Paxel my ass. You need me, and you know it. Just try and stay away from me. We're a team. We've always been a team, and don't you forget it. You're nothing without me. I need you, Mr. Movie Star. And you will not ignore me. Do you hear me? I'm for you, and you're for me. 'Cause every time you take a sip, you get funny. You haven't been on stage a while. It's plain to see. Let's do this together. You can't go and do a show without me. It's plain to see. 'Cause I taste so nice with water and ice. So Artie, please down me. Ba 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 ba.
By the way, that was sent in by Bob Levy, who, when I don't allow him to be on one of my gigs, works firehouses.
Hey, by the way,
so he should calm down.
Why do you... I can't believe you don't laugh at that.
What do you mean?
You get very upset by that phone call.
No, I didn't get upset by it. I'm just saying it's Levy's clever way of getting a plug-in for the Webster Theater in Connecticut.
Yeah.
And
it's clever.
You know, clever, but you know, I'm giving him work, and he doesn't have to play a diner this weekend.
But you don't think that Jack Daniels calling you is funny?
Yeah, but I think we've done it before.
But come on, that's a good one.
Well, it's hilarious.
Wow, I can't believe you don't find that funny. I'm telling you, that's not like you.
I find it very funny. I do.
No, you don't.
It's hysterical.
Oh, dear.
You sound like Henry Hill.
Yeah. It's really a lot of laughs.
I do think that's funny. What don't you find funny about that?
We did it already.
Yeah, but okay.
But this was the best Jack Daniels call.
Did Jack Daniels call you back?
The first one was better when he was, I miss you. I'm going to see you at Ross's wedding. That was better.
And now he's yelling at you. He's angry. You ignored him at Ross's wedding.
Well, I had to, yeah.
Yeah.
But guess what?
What?
You keep this crap up at the Webster Theater, I'll be well acquainted with Jack Daniels.
Now we're being threatened again.
Well, hey, listen. Don't threaten me.
I'm not threatening you. I'm just saying the wagon wheels are getting crickety.
Let me hear the one that you like. I can tell they're getting crickety. Don't worry about it.
The whole world gets
the whole world knows you're crickety.
Yeah.
Let me hear the first one and see if it's better.
How you doing, Artie? It's Jack Daniels. I don't know what happened. I don't know what came between us, but I miss you, dude, and I know you miss me, and we had a lot of good times together. Remember that hooker in Vegas? But anyway.
See, this is good.
This
one
is
good.
All right.
I don't know what happened to us, but I heard you going to Ross's wedding on this weekend. I was just letting you know that, I'll be there. I'll be behind the bar if you want to, catch up on some old times, okay? Let's try to get this worked out, buddy, okay? All right, I'll see you there. Bye.
Yeah.
I like that Jack Daniels keeps calling you.
And then later he'll beg me to do a gig with him in San Diego so he can buy his couch back from his ex-wife.
I know what you don't like about the second call.
What?
Because he's saying, oh, you can't get through a show without me.
He's right. I can't.
Yes,
I've been doing
You're going to do it.
I've been doing stand-up comedy since I was 19 years old, and a part of it had always been, it's a party. I'm on stage having a drink, telling jokes. I love it.
And I think the pressure of the gig coming up in Hartford has driven you to this new voice, whatever's going on
I think that's it, yeah. Yep. Just the idea of going back out there.
You have to retire from live performing.
I don't have a new voice. I don't know what you're talking about. You
have a new delivery. Everyone is talking about it.
Well, I don't know how to fix it because I don't know what I'm doing.
You'll fix it once this gig is over, trust me.
You'll get this under your belt.
I know you.
I don't think so.
I'm starting to learn the ways of Artie.
I don't think so. I think I've talked like I've always talked.
You remember in the 80s when England attacked the Falkland Islands and they announced like 3 weeks in advance
what the hell does this
that they were going to war? And it was like, they're getting closer. We're going to attack in 2 weeks. We're going to attack in a week. It's like Artie's drinking is like, it's almost announcing that it's coming up. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm 2 weeks away from drinking. I'm 1 week away from drinking. I mean, just pick a date and we'll all go.
No. He's going to be fine this weekend. He's just nervous about it.
It's safe to say that for someone to try to... If someone was trying to stay on the wagon, there could not be a less healthy atmosphere to be in.
Right.
Well,
Vegas.
I know.
Be on this show and do gigs. I mean, it's, you get your balls braked every 2 seconds.
Braked?
Broken.
Okay, now I'm supposed to be an English major. I'm sorry.
Get your balls braked.
I was loading trucks for a living. I tried to tell a few jokes, and all of a sudden, I'm getting crap.
Yes, Glenn.
Hello.
No one Artie gets crap. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
Come on, talk.
How you doing? Listen, all I'm telling you is that Artie's a dry drunk.
What's
He's
that?
going through... What?
What's a dry drunk?
A dry drunk is a guy who quit drinking but didn't quit it to change his life anyway. So he's miserable because he's not doing what he wants to do.
You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't disagree with you.
I don't think I do either. I don't even know how you change your life.
Well, I mean, I sort of do. Can I just...
How do you change your life?
Well, listen, Artie's not AA, but he's made a decision to quit drinking, and there's certain situations that are big red flags for a guy who drinks. And this is one of them.
He should go to AA and hang out with people who maybe are going through the same crap he's going through.
You can't ask him to stop performing because he loves to perform. But clearly, performing
triggers something,
and maybe he's not ready to go do a gig. Maybe he should wait it a little bit.
What's the shrink say about you doing a gig this weekend?
That's what I was just going to ask, yeah.
He wants me to take someone along who would have the role of a sponsor type thing.
And how do you feel about that?
Well, there's no one available. Everyone I know is a loser who just wants to drink.
Well, when's the gig?
What about Bob Levy? What about Bob Levy?
Well, that's the other thing. Going like Bob Levy. Are you kidding me? A couple of years ago, we were all drunk and we were on the road having a philosophical conversation. And Levy said to me, "Don't worry, buddy. If you ever needed it, I'd give you my liver." And I said, Bob, no offense, but that's like Christopher Reeve saying, "If you needed it, I'd give you my spine."
Right. I mean, who wants his liver?
I mean, it's not going to help me out, man.
Artie, keep doing what you're doing, man. You're doing great.
Thanks, bud.
Let it ride, bro.
I'm doing whatever I got to do. I'm trying to make enough money so I can retire when I'm 45.
And drink yourself into oblivion, right?
Yep.
No, I just really, honestly, I met a woman that I love. I want to make enough money to where I don't have to travel anymore, get a home with the woman, relax, settle down.
You'll be miserable. He'll be miserable in 10 minutes.
I will not. I promise you.
I figured all this out. I keep thinking that's going to make me happy. And I'm going to tell you something. The only thing that's going to make you happy is doing what you're doing right now and enjoying it.
Of course I enjoy it. I love coming on here. I love, getting...
You could have had that life being a longshoreman, and you wouldn't have been a billionaire, but you certainly would have had a steady gig, no pressure.
Oh, but he doesn't want to work. He wants to be able to retire.
It's not a gig. I'm not talking about a gig. I'm talking about, I'm 37 years old, okay?
He's going to retire and sit in front of a TV and watch sports all day?
Right, that's what he thinks.
He thinks he'd get bored.
Artie, start playing golf, dude.
You're a creative guy.
I would join a softball league. I would
join it now.
I'm not that creative of a guy. I think that my creative juices have pretty much been squeezed.
They dried up?
They're dried up, exactly.
His creative juices dried up when he played Rosie O'Donnell on Mad TV.
Hey, I've been in this business now for over a decade, making a good living, if I'm 37, okay?
Okay.
If I'm still working when I'm 45, something went wrong.
All right.
I want to try to relax at 45.
All right. I like that plan.
This is not relaxing.
45 sounds about right.
Can I ask Artie something? Is there no one that you can bring with you? Seriously, because Like, when's the gig? Like, I would go with you, but I don't know that Artie would listen to me.
Dana, this is the one weekend Dana cannot make it. She has a commitment she can't get.
Oh, and so you're really shaky because she won't.
Hey, this is sounding Bonaducci-like.
But this is, but Nick DiPaolo's coming, and Nick is not a drinker, and he's a fun guy to hang with without drinking. But me and Levy are like, we get the gigs, and at 3 in the afternoon we hook up an IV of liquor to our arm.
But does Levy have the ability to know not to, like, wave it around you this time?
Hey, you know what'll help you?
No, he does not have that ability.
No, he doesn't.
He's looking for Artie.
You know, he'd like to be the one to report that Artie was drinking.
Right.
You know what's an idea? Take that dumb camera crew of ours and let them watch you, because you know on camera you're going to definitely think twice about drinking.
Right.
The whole thing will be documented, and then we put it on like Bonaducci.
No.
Great first.
I think I'd be more tempted to drink in front of the camera.
Right. I was thinking that would be.
That's what happened with the Queer Eye guys. I was like, because when I got sent out to do that segment, 10 minutes into it, it was boring, and I said, you know what? Give me a Johnny Walker Black, and we'll start getting crazy.
Why don't you take the antabuse like Bonaducci?
I'm not taking that antabuse. I'm not taking any of that.
Why don't you go with some antabuse?
I know. I'm not taking any of that.
Turns the alcohol into propane or something. Formaldehyde.
No, yeah, you
light yourself on fire.
You start throwing up.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hey, I got to go, Artie. Whatever you do, good luck. You're the best. Take it easy, buddy.
Later.
Thank you, buddy.
Would it be too weird to take your mom to the gig?
That would be probably the weirdest thing ever, I guess.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
You know who's playing? You know who's playing right before us? Megadeth.
Oh, that's great.
Great. Should be no pressure.
You know what? I'll be surrounded by friends of mine. I'll be fine. You know what?
Who's your friends?
It's a one-nighter. We're doing the gig. We're hitting Hartford Saturday night. The show's at 9 o'clock at the Webster.
Yeah.
And we're going to do the gig, get the check, and bolt right back.
Oh, okay.
We'll be like the Jesse James joke.
All right.
So no overnighter.
Yeah, no overnighter.
Good.
Should have a limo and a pizza waiting for you.
But you see, they keep pulling you back in, because it's not that I need the money. I'm very comfortable. I've been lucky. I've made some decent scratch, but in comedy, in 5 years, if I look back and said I turned that down, man, that's hard to do. It's a lot of scratch hours.
That's smart thinking.
If I told you what I was making Saturday night...
Smart thinking.
You know...
All right.
You'd go, you know what, man? You should do it.
Yeah, sober up and get out there.
Right, exactly.
Pull yourself together.
That's what I'm doing.
All right, let's test the waters.
I don't understand why it's so difficult not to drink.
Because you're not an addict.
Oh.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
When you're an addict, you cannot think straight. I mean, it's like, I can't believe I have to deny myself something. I can't believe it. Why should I have to do that?
I do. And what my problem is,
You think you're entitled to everything.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you do. And you believe it.
And I'm streaky. Like, I got 90 days in right now.
Right.
But when...
yeah, and all you can think about is the day you break down.
When it goes the other way, then, yeah, of course, it gets a little more extreme.
And deep somewhere in your mind, you're thinking to yourself, you know what? Okay, I kind of know I shouldn't drink, but you're like, not really. I shouldn't drink.
Let me ask you something, though, Artie. Do you enjoy your life now, or is it torture?
A lot of my life is torture.
Oh.
But just because of my own, like what's in my head. Just because I have
It's a screwball.
Well, because of the image I have of myself. It really is.
Yes.
But a lot of it's very pleasurable. Like this last weekend, I didn't have a gig, and me and Dana had two of the best dinners ever.
Right, you had a babysitter.
Yeah.
Not a babysitter.
Yeah, trust me.
We went out and we had a good
You're an
time.
addict.
Mommy.
You need a mom. Dude, you're an addict, dude. I know all about this stuff.
I've admitted
Dude, I need someone with me all the time. I'm out of control otherwise.
Or he'd be you.
Is there any? I have other addictions, but not your kind, but other kinds, just as problematic.
Well, I'll give you an example. Norm Macdonald.
Why do you think I work 24 hours a day?
Norm Macdonald, one of my best friends ever, was in Atlantic City last weekend doing stand-up down at the Borgata.
Yeah.
And I more than anything wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
I would have had blown-off plans that me and Dana had with another couple, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to go because me and Norm in Atlantic City is...
Deadly.
That's the word for it.
Right.
Deadly. It's a recipe for disaster. We would go to. He even said you could come up. Maybe you'll come up before me. We'll do a little bit on stage together, like the old days. It'll be fun. We'll hit the casino. And then cut to me calling you Wednesday from Virginia in a diner with Norm because we're trying to run away from loan sharks.
Right. All right. Well, listen, you're struggling, and I admire your struggle, and I hear it in your voice. That's all I'm saying. The pressure is definitely on.
Is there anything that...
You're killing me with the voice thing because I don't understand it.
I know you don't, but you trust me.
It's like another person is talking to us.
Holy Christ!
Ray, you're on the air.
Artie, you sound like Rush Limbaugh when he was on OxyContin.
Well, thank you,
Artie,
sir. Thank you, sir, for the good news.
Wait. Listen, I love you, man. Since you've been on the show, I think it's so much funnier. I think what you're doing is great. You're staying sober. I know Dana. I used to work with her, actually, in Peterborough when she had a temp gig when one of the ladies was out on maternity leave. You have a great woman. Don't screw it up, man. Don't drink.
There you go.
Get a hold of yourself.
I do have a great woman. I must say, she really, really takes care of me.
Sir.
And she knows. You ask her, she knows Ray and Teresa. She'll know us from and so I'm not BSing you. And
Sir, would you mind going with Artie to the gig and sitting there?
I would go with them in a heartbeat. I mean that. I don't drink.
Artie, this guy sounds solid to me.
Listen to me. I have a good career. I'm a solid guy. I have a wife and 2 kids. I don't drink. You could ask Dana all of this.
Are you free Saturday night to travel with Artie?
I will travel.
Don't be annoying and talk to him. So just
I will not do anything. I'll just make sure he doesn't get drunk. I'll make sure he's at the Stern show on Monday morning.
Sir,
Artie?
Listen, Artie, I'll pay my own way. I'm not even looking for a freebie.
Wow.
No one was offering one.
Artie. Yeah, trust me, not on this show. Artie, let this guy nursemaid you.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because I don't need it. I'll be up there.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Ray.
Ray. Let Ray go with you.
No.
Ray of Sunshine.
Talk to Dana. Go talk to Dana and ask her about me. She knows me. I'm not being...
Ray, I'm sure you're a nice guy, dude.
You're first one out. I think you need Ray with you.
Ray, I'm sure you're a nice guy. I don't want you to come with me up there.
You sure, man?
I don't.
I'll give him money to go with you.
I don't need money. I don't need the money. I'll go.
I'll pay his expenses.
I could give him my own money if I wanted to.
Gotta keep an eye on you.
It's not about the money, Artie.
No. They gotta keep an eye on you.
Who are the people you asked to go with you?
I gotta go up to Hartford to watch this gig.
Really? I want to watch just backstage.
Is it sold out
Artie,
already?
I listened to the show yesterday, and I'm telling you, I thought you were on something. Your voice did change. Howard's not lying when he says it.
I'm not on anything. What do you want
I'm
me
not
to tell
saying you are.
No
I'm
one's
not
saying
saying
you
you
are.
are, but stress does a lot to a body.
You're stressed out.
You're stressed out, and I don't want to see you stop.
I'm always stressed out.
No, this is special.
Artie, here's what you got to do then.
Trust me.
You need to pull tape from a month ago and pull tape from yesterday and listen, and then I think maybe you could hear the difference yourself.
Guys, honestly, this conversation is not helping at all.
Is this adding more stress?
It's just being... this is the most retarded way to deal with the situation.
Hold it, Jack Daniels is on the phone.
Oh, man. Hello, Artie. This is Jack Daniels.
What is he, Harvey Firestein?
I'm trying to do, what's his
Jack
name?
Daniels has gone gay.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll go with you.
This is Jack Daniels. You're a homo like me. Let's go out and have a drink.
There's nothing wrong with a little drink every once in a while to take the edge off.
Right.
That's
Wait,
it.
Jack Daniels wants to say something.
Hey, Ray, stay away from my Artie.
All right, very good.
Well,
Thank
Artie,
you.
who are the people you asked to go with you who weren't available?
What do you mean?
You said nobody was available. Did you really ask somebody?
Well, Dana, of course, is always one.
Right.
My sister is another one.
Yeah, where's your sister?
My sister is working out of town.
All right.
I like to have, people like that around sometimes. But I have a lot of friends who care for me who would never let me get out of control.
Who?
Who, by the way, one is Nick DiPaolo.
Nick, who's a solid guy like that?
Nick barely drinks.
But he'll watch out for you?
Nick's like a healthy guy. Yeah, of course he would.
I believe that.
We all band together.
All right. Well, thank you, Ray. That was a very nice offer.
Anytime. Hey, Artie, good luck.
Thanks.
Very nice guy, Ray. I like Ray. I like that. There's a new power couple, Artie and Ray.
You know what? This is like a cliffhanger, though.
Yeah, this is going to be good. Don, you're on the air.
Artie, how's it going? Artie, hey, listen. I'm from CCC. I'm going to be hosting your gig at the Webster on Saturday.
Oh, Christ.
And I met you last time you were up there. Me and my wife, we met you backstage, which was a madhouse last time around.
Last time it was 2 sold-out shows. Like, it was crazy.
Is this one sold out, the Hartford gig?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Right, well, we're not drinkers either, so I just want to let you know I'll be there. I'll be hosting the show. And we'll give you the confidence you need to make it through it, man. You're a funny guy. You don't need the booze.
All right. Don says he's going to be there to watch over.
I have done stand-up sets stone cold sober and destroyed, believe me.
Hey, Tom, you're on the air.
Yeah, hi. Howard, I want to talk to Artie about doing a gig in Atlantic. You know Sid Rosenberg?
Yeah, I know Sid.
Yeah, he was 120 days, and then he went to Atlantic City to do a gig. He never came back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they fired him. He went to Atlantic City. He never came back.
Because Sid knows, I know Sid. He's a good guy, I guess.
So you got 90 days now?
I guess.
You got about 30 more days to go.
I mean, look, he's got some issues. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Artie's so much more. Seriously, Artie's my man. It's not going to happen.
All right. I got confidence, too. I'll see you later. I got to go.
But you got to understand, I don't want to lead anybody on and disappoint anybody.
You're not going to disappoint anybody.
There's going to be a time where I may have a drink again.
You're not disappointing me.
Okay, I know I'm not disappointing you, Howard, and I'm my own person. I'll deal what I got to do.
You're your own man.
If it gets to the point where I can't show up for work a few more days, just fire me. Let me go, and I'll go try to get another gig.
All right.
This is how life is, but that's what goes on. If you can't make it in, you got to leave.
Why do you always want to be fired?
I don't always want to be fired, but I'm just saying I don't want you to feel like guilty about keeping me.
So you're thinking that when you do drink, you're going to miss some more days?
No.
He wants me to fire him for some reason. I don't get it. Whenever he's in the spotlight and all this talk about his drinking, he wants to get out of it.
As a comedian, I learned early on in life that I am not built for steady work. I'm not built for a regimented, stable.
Is that what you're back to now again with the radio show being a regular job?
No, I'm just not. It's just not in my makeup to have a regular. That's why I got into show business, because it always changes. Like
right. You want something different every day.
Right. That's why the best part of my life was when I was making the movies.
Well, you could always go back to Hollywood and make movies.
Yeah, but I can't.
Well, then what are you doing? So why would you give up this?
Well, let me ask you something.
Sounds like you can't go to Hollywood. You can't stay here. Where are you going to go?
The television. I could probably work in
That's every
TV.
Day, Artie.
Yep. That's an everyday gig.
No, but it's
and if you're successful at it, it's 14, 15-hour days. It ain't this.
Oh no, not the kind of TV I would do. A supporting actor is retired.
Okay.
It's retired.
All right.
It's retired work.
All right. Well, I hope it works out for you.
I could play the fat neighbor on some crap show, and
a lot of guys hoping to play the fat neighbor. Think about it. And I'm not saying you won't get the gig, but then if the shows go to pilot, you don't know.
There's nothing better than this show, I'm telling you. But I don't have, I'm bad at stability.
So now, again, this is bad for you. This is driving you crazy.
It's not driving me crazy. Like right now, even as torturous as this conversation is, it's so much fun to be at work right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's great, but I just have this thing in me where I like change. I like to change every once in a while,
For 4 years you were happy and you never said a word, and then all of a sudden it just became this burden.
It's not a burden. It's not a burden.
But, no, I think at times it is. It isn't a burden all the time, but there's days where you do feel it's a burden. It's no cut against us. It's just the idea of being somewhere becomes...
Because he hears, like, Norm and all his pals, like Spade, went to the baseball game one night, or when, and Artie had to be in bed.
But let me ask you a question.
Give him the business.
Yeah, they give him the business.
If you said, you would like to go do, like, a supporting role, but if, say, you got it's a great gig, you're making great money, but it's a show that deep in your heart, you just know. I mean, you just know it's a crap show. Right. You're now the guy on 2.5 Men. Okay, you're the neighbor of 2.5 Men. Now, I know it's a great gig, but you know in your heart that that's just not a quality show. Well, you'd still be happy?
Well, here's the trade-off. I used to have this conversation with Norm. Norm said, for a little while in my career, I knew I was funny doing Weekend Update and my stand-up, and I got it out of my system. Now I'm doing the sellout part. That's my retirement. Like, the 4 years I've been on this show... I was on the funniest show ever for 4 years and had some good moments on it and did well, and then maybe I'll go sell out now, and like...
Sell out where, though?
Have the good memories of being...
Dude, it sounds like a path to disaster. Rich, you're on the air.
It could also fail.
Hey, what's up?
It sounds awful. Yes, Rich?
Yeah, Artie, man, people need to leave Artie alone. Like, man, he sounds fine.
I really do think I sound fine. As a matter of fact, since
you're almost Ed Torian at this point.
Yeah.
Artie, I'm going to tell you something, and I'm not joking around.
Artie, are you in fact doing fine?
And Howard can attest to this. Artie, I swear to God, I'm not making a joke. There were probably 4 times during yesterday's show, you can't see me and Howard, where we looked at each other when you were talking, and we're like, what's going on? Am I right, Howard?
That's true.
There was just a sound. I'm not saying you're on anything. I'm saying that your voice sounded different yesterday.
He might be a little bit hoarse. He might be hoarse, but that's
He's
about it.
stressed out about Hartford.
My voice, I'm not stressed out about Hartford.
He hates that stand-up, man. It drives him nuts.
I don't hate it, but it's amazing money.
Yes.
It's amazing money. It's hard to turn down.
And you should take it, but enjoy it. Go have some fun.
Well, who enjoys, working?
I don't know, getting up on stage and having people laugh and having that ability you have. And
the crowd. The
crowd loves you. I mean,
the crowds are great.
You should be full of the adoration and attention you're getting. If you're a hungry wolf, eat it all up.
You know what? And it is a high to do that. But I get I don't know. Maybe I don't love the attention as much as I thought I would when I was younger.
You love it.
Hey, Artie, when's that movie come out?
If I'm lucky, it'll come out
before he dies.
If I'm lucky, it'll come out next spring.
Oh, for real? That's cool.
I mean, and you know what? Honestly, I really think the film might have came out all right, and I'm usually negative. I think it feels like it came out okay.
Well, I thought Artie was high. He went, I think the movie already came out already, and I missed it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that movie. I like your movie.
There you go, Artie. You see, you got the movie. You got a lot of excitement in your life.
Thanks.
All right, pal. Thank you. All right, leave him alone now. What do you want, Sal? Leave him alone.
I love Artie. Leave him alone. I was at Artie's rap party, the one without any air conditioning with the Karate Kid.
Christ.
With the Karate Kid.
Who is a fantastic guy, by the way. Watch yourself.
Bring him to Hartford with you.
He could be a sponsor.
He should be free.
And Artie's best friend, Kamal, the Tarbosh from the Jerky Boys, was hanging out outside the place.
Right. What the Tarbosh?
His name is the character he used on the Jerky Boys.
All right,
you
go ahead.
All right. So Kamal's hanging out outside with this dude, and this guy goes, hey, Sal. He goes, I was the grip in Artie's movie.
Yeah.
I said, cool. He goes, I was also the grip in Kamal's Jerky Boy movie. What a piece of crap that was.
Right.
So we start laughing. I go, how was Artie's movie? He goes, come on, another piece of crap.
Oh, no.
Sal, you're a mother after me. You really, that's not fair.
That's not nice. That's not fair.
I think Artie's movie's going to be great. This guy was funny. It was a funny story.
Yeah,
he's funny.
He was a real scream.
Why are you laughing then, Howard?
I'm laughing at your insensitivity to my man. I am. Get out of here, you ungrateful.
You know what? James Cameron said that telling someone their movie sucks before you've seen it is like telling a woman her unborn baby's ugly.
Right.
The guy's got no idea whether the movie...
Right.
I'm going to come to your defense. There's a woman I know who works on every major film you'd know. And I'm not going to say what she does and stuff, but I know her. But she's behind the scenes. And whenever you sit and watch, like, these scenes being done disjointedly and stuff like, you go, who the hell's going to watch it? And then you're talking about some of the biggest movies of all time, where she would say, oh, my God, I watched them make it, and it seems so horribly boring.
Yeah.
And, but you never know.
Thanks, Sal, my buddy, for relaying what a grip said at my rap party.
What?
I appreciate
Artie,
it.
we're just breaking balls. You
Get out of here.
too uptight.
Yeah. Oh, look who's uptight.
Artie, just take a drink already. Get it over with.
I'm too uptight.
Yeah, I mean, the guy told a funny story. He's a grip. What does he know?
Let's talk more about why Earthquake's funny or not.
I mean, you know how...
All right, thank you, Sal.
You're welcome.
Radio's got two elements, and you're not one of them.
Yes, Nick, you're on the air.
Howard.
Don't get into a verbal fight with me.
Nick, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard. Hey, Artie, I got to tell you something, Artie. I loved Jackie when he was on the show.
So did I.
I thought the show was going to, like, maybe a little bit without him there. But when Artie got there, this guy brought life to that show. And, Artie, man, we love you, dude.
And let me tell you something.
What's up?
There's no bigger Artie fan than me. Because I'm the guy
Artie's
who wants
great. And, Howard, when you guys go over there, when we all go over there, I got to tell you, man, I think Artie's going to take the show over.
That's right. Artie,
You may have to...
I am grooming Artie so that in 5 years when I leave, he can be really miserable.
You better groom somebody else, bro.
Hey,
I think you're perfect for this job.
You better groom somebody else.
It's going to be you and Fred on the air. And then you'll really be in a nightmare.
You give it to Freddie.
Fred will straighten you right out, my friend.
I'll be Fred's side.
Right, Freddie? You don't want to hear any nonsense.
Yeah. All right, thanks, guys.
Right.
I'm not giving you any
What do you think, Fred?
I think Artie is a little shaky right now, and you guys are being really cruel.
Let me tell you something.
I don't know.
I've been a loyal soldier in the Stern family since the mid-'80s, brother. Don't worry about it. I'm there. We're going to be having a good time over at...
Yeah, I mean, Howard, do you ever think...
By the way, we were over at the new studio yesterday and looking things over, and come on, state of the art. Spectacular, right?
It's going to be an amazing, positive, wonderful place to go to work. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. Artie found Hawaiian punch in the refrigerator.
The kitchen,
and that's all it took.
The kitchen is, like, extraordinary.
Yeah, it's a vibe over there.
There's Hawaiian punch in the kitchen.
Yeah. Soda and pretzels and snacks.
And there's no change thing on it. You just open the door and get a drink.
There's Hawaiian punch in the kitchen with crushed ice, for Christ's sake.
You know what they did over there for us? They laid out these cardboard cutouts to show us where we would sit and what it would look like. And the weird thing I found out is those cardboard cutouts are the actual set. So that's it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough to work there, then.
Yeah, that's fun.
The security guy there told me that joke.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought it was funny.
It was fun. It was good. I heard
Went over big.
It didn't sound too professional.
What's the grip say?
I must say he was using it a lot, though, because I heard it, too.
Oh, did you?
Oh, he did.
Yeah. He was spreading it around.
Ah, man. All right, man, if it's stressing you out, I won't take any more calls.
No, take whatever you want.
You're not going to read us the email?
As a matter of fact, I want to hear it.
You do?
Yes, I do.
All right, you want to hear that Bobo wants to be your sponsor?
Hey, how you doing there? Bobo, what's going on there?
Go ahead.
Hey, Artie, man, we all love you. But you're on a thin, tight rope here, buddy. I think this club scene wouldn't be good for you, even though it's a lot of money, man. A guy with a drinking problem is not good.
But don't you?
And I could be a sponsor, man. When you
have a drinking problem, though, don't you have to learn to be in those situations and learn to cope with it?
No, it's the worst thing to do.
At some point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Artie doesn't have enough time in,
exactly.
I think.
Right.
Yeah. I see.
But he already did the wedding, and he came through with flying colors. That's a big thing.
But Dana was there.
I was with Dana. That was a big thing.
Yeah, you did well.
That was a big thing. And you know what? At Ross's wedding, I had a blast.
Yeah.
I really did.
I saw that.
I danced. I was, hanging out.
He said he had a dance. Was he being truthful?
Yeah. He was being truthful.
Hey, Howard.
Did you dance at Ross's Zapin's wedding? Well, maybe we was accepting about that.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, how you doing? Artie, it sounds like you're on Xanax, man. I mean, I love you, but
Oh, for the love of God.
See, you wanted to hear it.
You're hearing it, pal.
All right, no, actually, I'll be dead honest with you. I am not on Xanax. I promise you.
Okay. I love you, Art.
I love you, too.
All right, Rich, go ahead. What's up? Rich, you there?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Listen, Art, I want to know how you going to handle it when you're on stage and people start buying all kinds of drinks and stuff all night.
Well, that's an issue, man, you know, I mean, but it's you know, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. I kind of created that atmosphere, and now I got to deal with it, you know?
Oh, everybody's going to have a shot for you, aren't they?
Can't you hand him a Poland Springs or what?
What's that?
You drink enough water, you can get high somewhere.
Yeah, you know what I'll do, Howard? I'll walk out with a Poland Spring bottle so I can get used to the 2,000 people in unison chanting faggot.
I don't think anyone in that theater Saturday night would try to tempt you with alcohol.
Oh,
I really don't.
Howard, I would say about 80% of them would.
Howard, what would you do if you were in the audience?
I was being sarcastic, my dear.
But I'm just saying, what would you do?
I would send a bottle up to the stage.
Of course.
You know how many people in our audience want to be the guy that got Artie off the wagon?
Yeah.
Hey, you know me? I got Artie off the wagon.
I was the guy who gave Artie the bottle of Jack Daniels that night in Hartford. 2006, I remember. Whatever it is. What year is this?
2005.
Oh, you have no idea. I announced when we were doing the Bally's weight loss contest in here for the 15 Gs.
Yeah.
The weekend before the first weigh-in, I had a gig in St. Louis.
Yeah.
I got on stage. I did not say a word. I didn't even say hello yet. I feel something hit me in the arm. Full sub sandwich.
Well, for what it's worth, I was the guy who threw the celery stick at you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's for you. Well, listen, man, you'll be good. And
I'm not going to be good.
You'll be fine.
It's going to end in a fiery hotel.
So then it'll end in a fiery
Look, you know what I'm
That'll
thinking?
be good, too.
Is that guy who used to travel with Joe Walsh available?
Oh, Smokey?
Yeah.
He didn't do much good. You know what got Joe off booze?
What?
And got him off everything?
What?
The Eagles sat him down and said, "You're out of the band."
Money.
Money.
They told him how much they could make a night without him.
Yeah.
Joe was paid to stop drinking.
Well, it was a good gig.
Do you realize, though, but my personal appearance guy, do you realize he gets offers for me to come? And I've gotten offers to go to a wedding and do a shot with the couple.
Right,
and they'll pay you for that.
How much will they offer?
$3,500.
That's funny.
Well, one shot.
Oh, yeah. I'll stop there, I'm sure. Okay, guys, I did the one shot. That's fine. I'm going to take off.
Andy, you're on the air.
Hi, Artie. How you doing? I just
Hello.
How's it going? Listen, just calling to say that definitely when you guys got to the show, man, I enjoy it much better now.
Right.
But
thank you.
I mean, you do sound a little skittish, but I hope you pull through this.
Artie's my man. Artie's going to be fine.
Or not.
Or not, but it'll be fun to watch.
Whether I'm fine or not, it'll be good radio.
That's all we ask.
That's all I'm giving you.
Yeah.
Nah, you'll be fine. You just don't screw it up. All right?
Either way, he's not going to screw it up.
If I had jumped off that couch in Vegas and died, could you imagine the ratings?
Are you kidding? I'm smelling 25% of all people in America listening if you jump off a couch yourself. I can milk that for an entire 3-month rating period.
And you know what? If you want to, fine.
You know what, Artie?
Just buy my mother an El Dorado.
Okay, you got a deal.
Okay.
Do they still make those?
Well, get an old one.
Yeah, I'll find one.
Artie, even if you take a drink, you don't have to keep drinking.
Right.
You can.
I don't, Robin.
The next day can be day one.
Richard Simmons always said it's always a new day.
That's right.
Hey, Steven, what's up?
Hey, Howard.
Hey.
I wanted to ask you about the new station over at
Yeah.
When you're going to have someone on before you actually get there? You're going to have people on, or what's the story with that?
All I will say about it is the channel physically gets on the air September 29th. And then what happens between the 29th and January 9th when we get there is out of my control. But certainly things can be broadcast on there.
But all 3 channels will have something on maybe the 29th? Or just
Who knows what will be on there?
Ah.
That's all I'm going to say.
I like
I'm going to say. We're going to try and get, things on there, but it's out of my control.
And Howard, as far as Artie, I mean, you got to just read between the lines. You know, he goes to Yankees games. He's disappointed in himself that he wasn't a professional baseball player. You know, he sees all these friends of his and big movie stars, and he's funnier than these guys. But these guys are making 10 times the amount of jack he is. Of course,
Hollywood is littered with people who feel they're the funniest person on the earth. It's not always a question of who's the funniest. Artie's the funniest. It's also a question of career management and doing what you're happy with. And I just want to see Artie happy. That's all. He's my bro. And I got his back. That's all.
First of all,
end of discussion.
First of all, I'm not the funniest. The famous,
yes, you are. You are absolutely
the famous people I know are hilariously funny people, and they deserve it.
All right. Richard, what do you want to say?
Something real quick. Everybody's busting Artie's balls about drinking, but somebody else that we work with, I think, might have a drinking problem, because we went to Del Frisco's yesterday, and this person started drinking a Heineken at like 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And it was Sal. And,
tell me.
And then what happened?
Well, he had a weird excuse.
Get it off Artie.
Wait till you hear this.
What did he say? What, Artie, Heineken at 1 o'clock in the afternoon is a drinking problem?
Is that a bad thing?
Well, Artie asked him, he said, why are you drinking this early? And Sal goes, well, since I did the Heineken Amsterdam thing, if any fans see me, I want them to see me with a Heineken.
So Sal had a beer with lunch, and you think he has a drinking problem?
Well, I mean...
No, it's the reason he had
it.
He orders a Heineken in the middle of this restaurant in Manhattan in case a fan sees him not drinking one.
Because there were windows everywhere in the restaurant.
He had to...
hey, he's thinking of his image. All right, look. I could go on with these phone calls and never take a break.
Go ahead. I want to hear it.
All right. Jeff the drunk.
Hey, Artie.
Yeah.
Let's go out drinking, dude.
There you go. There's a guy who wants to be with you.
There's a guy I want to be in 3 years.
Jim, go ahead. Yes, Jim.
Hey, Artie, hang in there, man. Don't listen to these guys. They're just pulling your string, man. You're doing great, and we're all proud of you, man. And you can definitely make it through this show without drinking.
You're the guy who's screwing him up. Yeah. That puts pressure on him.
No, he's not.
No,
he's being nice to me.
Howard, man, you guys are being just... I mean, I love you, Howard. I've been listening since '86, man, but you guys are being cruel. Fred's right, man. I mean, Artie, you're doing fantastic. That's what you guys should be telling him, man. Artie, you can make it.
Artie, you can make it. You're fantastic.
Yeah, that makes for a good show.
Oh, haven't we said that, Artie? It's been great.
Time for a jingle.
No, don't worry about it. I'll be fine.
No, that didn't work. How come my Douche 100 jingles aren't working?
Is that what you're going to call the new station, Howard? Douche 100?
I don't know.
I was thinking like...
Probably just going to be Howard.
What about Stern Unleashed?
No. Don't need anything like that.
No?
No.
I had to go to the doctor yesterday, speaking of health.
Oh, that's right. You had your checkup.
Yeah, I had my checkup.
What's wrong with you?
The guy did the old, bend over with the rubber.
But you're fine, right?
With the rubber glove. Actually, I got some great news. He goes, you have as normal and healthy a prostate as a person could possibly have.
Wow.
So that was kind of good, I guess. Sure. I mean, that's one less thing I got to worry about.
Hey, Artie, you're doing great.
Your prostate's doing great.
You didn't find a pizza up there, Artie?
I always thought I had enough red meat up my gazoo to feed India, but,
All right, good for you. Artie, clean bill of health. Look at you. You're doing great.
Actually, the guy told me that I'm not doing that bad.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cholesterol was down again. It's down to 198.
I mean, certainly you've been watching what you eat. I see you eating an apple every day.
Is 198 that bad?
Not at all.
It's like double you.
198, you're doing great, Artie. Artie, you're doing great.
140.
What's your cholesterol?
I think about you're going to die if you hear. I've been told mine's the lowest they've ever seen.
Really?
Like in the 80s.
You're genetic.
Yeah.
So you got to ruin it.
Yeah.
I was at 260, though, so put it that way.
Nice.
Yeah. You should have been dead.
How did you manage to get a 198 with 4 days of nonstop pizza?
Well, no.
It's a miracle.
I was 260 years ago.
Listen, I got to take a break. I could talk to you about all this stuff.
You know what? I got to take a break too. I can't wait till satellite where we can have this discussion for 7 straight hours
with very little interruption.
Yeah.
I hate to take a break, but I have to. And thank you, sir, on the phone.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after these words.
You're listening to all Howard Stern.
I got an email from Andy Bloom yesterday who said, hey, congratulations on the bridge ratings and blah, blah, blah. I've never heard in my life of what a bridge rating is, but
yeah, what's that?
Now I know about it. And you know what? I'm gonna gloat a little bit here, and I'm gonna get a big ass smile on my face. This is an article that came out. For the first time since it began tracking interest in subscriptions to satellite radio by listeners of Howard Stern in the fall of 2004, Bridge Ratings and Research now has enough information to begin projecting actual numbers of subscribers. And then it goes into the company, and it appears now that will boost its subscriber base by over 750,000 in the fourth quarter. As our panels indicate, not only a high passion index for Stern Show, and people want it for themselves, but many also intend to give Howard for the holidays.
I would have imagined, yes.
This quarter will be the tipping point as Sirius surpasses XM in quarterly subscriber count.
Wow.
They also say the potential audience Howard will take with him to satellite service, Sirius satellite service, in January of 2006. Bridge Ratings has been surveying, and they say over 1.5 million people. The first, what is this? Jeez, I lost it all. Glendale, California, no. I lost it all, but something about 1 million. You know, where the hell is that? See, if I read the whole article to you, I'm afraid it'd be boring, so I miss a lot of stuff. The Glendale
Ever heard of a highlighter?
Yeah, but, you know, I get this stuff in 2 seconds. Response to queries regarding... No, you know, I have heard of a highlighter, actually. See that, Artie? A highlighter. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I gotta enter the wonderful world of highlighters.
For the purposes of the survey, Bridge Ratings interviewed both current Stern listeners and those who no longer can hear Stern in their markets. Conservatively, 10% of those interviews said it's very likely that they will subscribe. They intend to give satellite subscriptions as holiday gifts. Based on our estimate, that would project over... blah, blah, blah. But where was the number they said by 2006? Oh, Bridge Ratings projects that between now and February 2006, over 1,400,000 listeners will become new subscribers.
That's a lot in a very short period of time.
Believe me, a lot of our fans have already signed up.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, that's a major amount of subscriptions to be sold in a short period of time.
Well, my point is this. Number one, to you, Panero, over at our competition, XM, you know, saying that I have very little impact. I just hate these guys. They sit and woo you for years, and then he has to say something nasty about me that I have very little impact. I mean, you could say a lot of crummy things about me, but don't say we don't have an impact. We have an audience. We have fans who dig the show and all that stuff.
He actually should be thanking you because I think because of some confusion, he sold a few.
Yeah, exactly. Probably helped him as well.
I mean, to say you don't have an impact...
Then why are you trying to hire me so badly?
But saying that's just like retarded.
Yeah. Well,
people should have laughed him out of the room when he said it.
And believe me, 5 years ago, I was going to sign with those guys, but, man, they sure have a way of dragging their feet over at that company like you wouldn't believe. They got to go through 50,000 guys on a board of directors before they get back to you. And that's their problem in a nutshell. When you got a guy like Scott Greenstein or Mel Karmazin, it's a whole different story.
Greenstein.
Yeah. That's his name, right?
No, it's Greenstein.
It's Greenberg.
I saw him yesterday. I thought his head was going to explode. Just read that. No, wait. You got to do that. You got to do that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Wait a second. Who's on the phone? Alicia Keys? You won't believe how many artists are over here. Whoa, there's like MTV, the early days.
Oh, Nelly.
His head's going to
He's like the Three Stooges all rolled up into one.
Well, I couldn't imagine being in charge of 120 channels.
I know. His head should be singing.
We got to get him on the air when we get over there. My head's spinning from doing 3 channels. I took my daughter. I took my daughter to dinner last night. Who's sitting at the next table? Martha Stewart.
Oh yeah.
With her daughter and
on the channel.
Yeah. So the two of us say hello. Then we're talking. Then Martha comes over to my table with some dude she knows, and 2 other women pull up there. I was with my daughter. And next thing I know, everyone's at my table.
They joined you?
Yeah, well, they were asking me some opinions about the channel and what they should do with the Martha Stewart channel and all this kind of stuff. And I gave them.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Giving away your good ideas.
Wow, why not?
Let her pay you to consult her. She wouldn't give it to you.
All for the cause. I want everyone subscribing. So
she's a billionaire. Let her pay you.
Well, she says to me, we're doing this talk show for girls and everything. I said, okay, here's the name of the show. Girl Town. No men allowed. She goes, why do I have to call it that? I go, because then I'm listening. If I'm not allowed, I'm there.
That's right. Keep me out, I'm right there.
Girl Town's going to be girls just bashing guys and talking about what creeps they are.
I like that.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe they'll use it.
Let's see. If she doesn't, I'll do it.
She goes, well, will you listen to the show and critique it for us? I said, no.
Absolutely not. I have 3 channels of my own.
I said, I got 3 channels of my own that my head's going to explode from. I was in 57 meetings trying to figure out our new studios, everything. I was there quite late yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't leave when we left?
Oh, no. The party just began.
You.
Yeah.
They kept you.
Yeah. Well, I was with Jeremy. And
are you going to play all types of, music, genre-wise?
Music? Music, man.
No, not at all.
Hell no. They got enough music.
On your show, you can play music.
On the Artie show, if you want to do a half-hour of music, go ahead.
But you would never consider playing a song on any of yours?
Oh, yeah, I play songs, if I feel like it.
Right.
Yeah, just like we do here now.
Yeah.
No, but I mean a whole tune.
There's so many crazy ideas in my head. I've never had this opportunity in my life.
Right.
I've never had this kind of opportunity. Someone says to me, you could have 3 channels? I mean, Artie.
Hey, absolutely.
Let's go. Come on, man. What are you doing?
I know it would stress out Artie.
Stop stressing out. I got it under control.
I'm not a go-getter.
No, you got to start using your head for this. This is a whole new thing for everybody. What's the matter with you? Wake up out of that coma.
You want me to use my head?
Yeah.
Artie, you could create your own radio sitcom.
No crap.
You and Norm, you could sit there and stare at each other. Hey, Artie, hey, let's go to Vegas.
You know that gambling show you wanted to do?
And then we'll run out of Virginia and hide from people.
Yeah.
You know that gambling show you wanted to do?
Right.
You could do that.
Oh, God, I'll lose money for my listeners. Did you imagine? Oh, man.
Oh, dude, have you ever seen me this charged up? Honest to God.
Not since I've known you.
Okay.
No, absolutely not.
Robin has seen me this charged up, and in the last 10 years has said to me, you hate it here. We have to get out.
Yeah.
The FCC's you, the religious rights you.
It is impressive.
And I said, well, they haven't invented the satellite yet. And then she said, well...
You knew.
And then Robin said, you're kidding, they're going to invent something like that? I go, oh, yes.
I thought he was crazy. He said there's going to be a satellite
where no one's going to censor me.
Subscribe to radio. And I said, you're out of your mind.
What's the first dirty word you're going to use on that?
Let me think. I thought about this.
Yeah. I know. I'm reserving the C word.
You love that word. You've been waiting to unleash it.
That's a standby, yeah. But it's got to be used strategically.
Well, I'm not talking about dropping it every minute.
Yeah.
But, he's just talking about opening the show.
The first word out of my mouth talking about.
I think I might go with C.
It's kind of gay, but all right.
I mean, calling somebody one.
Right. Don't call Fred that.
I won't.
Set him right off.
We'll never do that to Fred.
It is fa-fa-fo-hi. What mic are you on? Which control? 3? Yeah.
I'm on 3.
Okay.
So I was up at a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
And Jay Thomas was doing a show. And he's like, hey, man, come on in. Come and say hello. And I said, well, I really can't because I still work for Infinity. But my first thought was to say the F word. Like, I was going to go on and just say, how the F are you?
Right.
You know, I mean, you immediately want to curse. Even though it's not creative.
Right. We might not be creative for a few days.
Yeah, you might have to deal with that.
I mean, but you really want to curse right away.
Martha Stewart didn't look bad to me.
Martha Stewart looks better since prison.
Yeah.
How old is she?
If I wasn't mistaken, I thought maybe she wanted to get it on with me.
Well, you said that when you met her before, that she...
I get a feeling she likes me
She
in a
has
way.
a thing for you. But I think maybe she does that to every guy.
I heard she's very flirtatious.
Her daughter's good looking.
How old is she around?
I don't know, but she looks like a model. She's like all tall and thin.
Martha was a model at one time.
Is that right?
That's what they say.
Oh, no, yeah, the daughter's hot.
I do her and the daughter. That's a good thing for that channel. Or do it over on my channel.
Thing?
How about if I do her and her daughter on the channel?
Well, that'll be good for us.
Can the daughter cook and, like, sew a hook rug out of nothing, too, and all that stuff?
I think she's done some of that stuff with her mother.
Well, the daughter's running the channel, and I go, what has she been in radio? What credentials does she have? But I didn't get into it.
You know, Martha doesn't need credentials.
Credentials, schmoodentials.
Seems to know what she's doing. She's a billionaire.
And her daughter doesn't either.
Yeah. I invited Martha to come on and say the C word on our channel.
Did you invite Martha to come on our show here?
Yeah, I said you have an open invitation.
What'd she say?
She said, good. She invited me on her new talk show, her television show, to cook. I said, I make a wicked baked apple on the grill, but I ain't going on there, I said.
Why don't you go cook on her show in exchange for her coming on the roast? Let her come and roast you.
Ooh.
Say, come, I'll do your show.
Go ahead.
You come and roast me.
Okay. Call her up and tell her that.
Okay.
All right. That's good. What was I going to tell you?
Oh, who else we ran into up there yesterday?
You see, I didn't run into him. Gary was up there, and Gary ran into was he the Indian or the
cowboy? The
cowboy from the Village People.
Oh.
I don't even know his name.
Man,
how did you know?
That guy looks a little odd.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't at first. Somebody said, I mean, the guy's in a cowboy outfit.
You see this picture? It's on howardstern.com right now. This is Sal, Richard, and the cowboy from the Village People.
Oh, my goodness.
Richard was very excited.
Let me take a look at that.
Richard had some story about it. He said it was kind of weird. He said that the guy has some new music out.
He did
Without
a remake.
the rest of the Village
Yeah,
People?
he did a remake of Rhinestone Cowboy.
Wow. Beautiful. Do you have it?
Yeah, it's on that CD.
Oh.
We were in the elevator, and the door was getting ready to close. Like, there was about 5 of us. And he come over and yelled. He's like, hey, you, don't leave without let me get one of your cards. And I was like, well, I don't have any cards. Sorry.
Is that how he talks?
Kind of.
Yeah. And
Why do you think he approached you, Richard?
How come? Hey, we got to get some cards.